We're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, one and all, to your favorite D&D game that you're not in, because if you're in the D&D game, it's always your favorite. But well,
can you have more than one favorite?
It's our favorite, definitely.
Well, I see. I'm like in 2 different games. Does that mean I have 2 favorites?
Absolutely.
2 favorites. Yeah. Perfect.
But only one of them is DM'd by Ruger.
That's true.
Pretty much this Saturday, we're all going to have a second favorite because OMG, Saturday, it's going to be a one-shot, maybe even a two-parter, or am I giving things away?
Oh no, it might be a 2-parter. It depends entirely on whether you play the game right.
Okay.
Okay, so heads up, if we fuck up a lot, it will be 2 sessions.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. If we do it right...
Yeah, you think this is an RPG? No. This ain't made by Bethesda. Yeah. No.
We might also die, because if we all die, it might be shorter.
Well, yes, and that is a possibility, yes.
Yep. So, but right now, we're here, and as I tweeted out 20 minutes or so ago, we have a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I think an awesome surprise, but, well, it all depends on what everybody else thinks, but I don't really care because I'm biased. I think it's awesome. We have, with courtesy of my lovely brother, who is the lead singer, vocalist, music guy from his band Solo, and I'm probably going to tweet some stuff from him out because he made this, what you guys are about to hear, and it's an intro song. We have an intro song, you guys.
We have an intro song?
It's beautiful. We grew up so fast. So, I'm looking at our own technical lady. If you would be so kind to start it up, then we can all revel in it.
Okay, here we go. Playing it now.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't hear anything.
It's playing.
We won't hear. I'm listening on the stream.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there was some people whispering at the same time.
I'm sorry. I thought we would hear it too, but we didn't hear it.
No, you don't hear it. You guys can't hear
silence.
it.
Yeah.
Professional amateurs.
I thought you knew this. I really thought you knew this was gonna happen. That you
no, I was waiting for
it
to start up. I was like, oh man, it's gonna epic. I'm just gonna listen to it on repeat once we finish the stream, so that's gonna be okay.
I thought you changed it like your ringtone, your alarm clock. Instead of podcast, you just listen to that.
No, it won't be. It wouldn't sound good for the viewers. Then you might be able to hear it, but it will be like microphone picking up from a speaker, and I don't like that sound on stream.
Oh no, absolutely no. You're right.
So,
it's much better to play directly to Twitch. Well done.
Yeah.
That's why you are our technical person, and I'm not. I would be like holding my phone up to the speaker, like, isn't it awesome?
Well. The good news are, it sounded great for the viewers. The bad news are, we didn't know it. Well, not all of us knew it was going to happen. So there was still whispering during it.
Yeah. When we're doing stuff like that, just remember to mute.
Yeah.
Sorry, well.
Perfect.
At least I did not fuck up.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. You should have just told us that we should have been quiet and we won't hear it. But that's okay. That's fine.
Well, good news, though. We will be playing it one more time before we actually start our session later.
What do you mean later? Aren't you guys ready to get started? I mean,
but
you guys have all
but
turned
Discord.
level 3.
Discord.
Oh.
Oh yeah, what you mean the Discord channel that people can join?
Yeah.
Is it something that people would want to join? I don't know. Is something happening there?
Well, we got the Discord, and it's a place where you can come and chat with other fans from, fans of us. And you can chat about the latest episodes, and you can also talk about all things D&D and some off topic. And it's also the place that if we ever invite other people to maybe our one shots, is the place to contact us and get interviewed for it.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, cool news is that we have our, well, I can't say first subscriber because somebody else in this channel became our first subscriber, but we have our first official outside of the channel subscriber. And to celebrate that, we actually invite this person, which luckily I know because, well, I know pretty much everybody. Is an awesome guy, and he's going to be joining us in the one shot that we're going to play on Saturday. So that's really awesome.
Yes.
So
we're going to kill him.
We're going to be more structured, and we're still debating and having fights and fits about what we're going to offer everybody for the subscription. But we're definitely going to let you guys know. We just want to find out what is value and what is something that people want. So if you guys have ideas about what you would want, hit us up on Twitter or in the Discord channel. Just call out what you think you would like to be offered for these kind of things.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
We like fan art.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Anyway, there's also a channel to post fan art there, but I'm totally not fishing for fan art. I promise. Not fishing.
I am. Make me fan art.
Of course.
I can't draw Gemini. I could barely think of him.
No, but I think that's it. Unless
Okay.
you want to summarize what happened in the last episode first.
Nah. People can watch it. I mean, no, just big battle orcs. You guys did an awesome job defending the temple of the Church of Helm.
There was fire.
There was fire, of course, as in pretty much every episode. And pretty much we ended on the note where the halflings captured a younger orc who they brought in, and there was this really structured interrogation going on, and there was not at all a communication barrier between you and him. But at the end, the captain of the guard came in, seemingly because the fights have died out everywhere, and he is a half orc, so hopefully he's able to translate for you guys. That's where we're going to pick up.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play the thing one more time.
Play the thing.
Play the thing.
So if I could have like half a minute of silence, it would be great. Okay. Playing it now. All right.
Cool.
Nice. So, you guys are in the Church of Helm, and everybody was kind of surrounding this orc as the captain of the guard came in, and I think it was you, Vince, that kind of, or maybe Gemini, I don't know. What if you talk to him and said, like, okay, we have a hostage, talk to him, interrogate him?
Yep, I think I was Gemini.
Okay, excellent. So, as I said, you see this muscular half-orc standing there, and he nods and says, yeah, sure, no problem. As he pretty much walks towards this orc and grabs him up, and there's this moment of connection between the two. However, not in a positive way. You can tell that McGrennan was prepared for this, but the orc seems kind of taken back by the fact that he sees this man, and there's a barrage of orcish words being spewed out.
Is Charm Person still in effect?
It's Charm Person. How long is the duration of Charm Person?
Let's find out as a group together. Let's see here.
Doesn't seem quite like a group activity, but okay.
It lasts for an hour, so
it'll last for an hour. It should probably still be effective. Yeah.
I'll go up to the orc and I'll say, "You answer him. All of his questions. Answer them all," and then I'll just walk away.
All right. As the barrage of orcish continues, and you see the captain kind of pushing this young orc up against the wall and speaking in orcish, you would assume, very slowly and very methodically. It's like,
what does it sound like?
It sounds orcish.
Do you have comprehend language?
Yeah, that's right. I have comprehend languages on. Yeah,
but it faded.
Oh no, I don't want it to though.
Sorry.
I'll recap.
Maybe a subscriber can give you like an extra. No, that's
Can I cast it as a ritual?
You can, but it would take a really long time. It would take at least 10 minutes for you to... I don't know if it's a ritualistic spell.
It is. Yeah, so I'll cast it as a ritual while they're screaming at each other.
Okay, so it takes you at least 10 minutes for the ritual to be prepared. So you start to work on that.
While he's doing that, I go over to the orc captain and just like, can you tell me what he's saying?
Have a listening on that.
Mm-hmm.
The young orc continues to. It's not completely screaming, but it's definitely loud and raised voices. As the captain kind of just places his hand on top of his face and just squeezes his jaw shut, and he looks at you, Vince, and says, "He's not really happy to see me."
While I'm doing my ritual, I'm gonna look up and be like, "You orc boy, calm down. You calm down. You answer his questions. Stop getting your face crushed." I'm gonna go back.
You see the captain kind of looking at you, Gemini, and then looks at you, Vince, and kind of asks, like, "Does this guy think he has some kind of control over this orc?"
Yeah, I think he's using magic. It's bard magic. It's a bit shit, but you know, let him have his. If you want real magic, I mean that's kind of my deal.
Nah, he grabs a knife out of his belt. "This is all the magic I need," and he just slams the knife into the shoulder of this orc, and just it immediately pierces through him and kind of hits the back wall. As you hear the orc like tries to scream, but he's still holding on to him. And and then he keeps holding him down, pressed with pretty much just his arms and part of his body, and he again speaks slowly in Orcish, and you see the fight is kind of starting to drain out of this young orc, as he then kind of pulls his hand away from him and says something again. He nods and then starts to talk slowly.
What's he saying? What's he saying? What's he saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. You see, you hear a conversation. Well, not so much, pretty much a monologue from this young orc being given. It sounds to your ears pretty much the same as the sounds that you heard in your battle with these orcs. Just grunts and it sounds like gibberish to you guys, really. And sadly, at this point, also still to you, Gemini. But at the end, your spell starts to take hold of you. What's the casting time of Comprehend?
As a ritual?
No, yeah, a ritual takes 10 minutes plus the normal casting time. So I think it's just one action. Okay, there you go. So you hear the young orc. His head is kind of hanging down, and it says in Orcish. So you're the only one besides the captain that can understand it at this point. And he says, like, "We didn't know what else to do. We had to run. But now, we no longer need to run. It's already done."
Ask him what's already done and what attacked them.
He nods. "Your men fought well," he says in Orcish. The captain says in Orcish to the boy.
I disagree.
"I'm sure they died with honor."
Nope.
Not the ones I got.
The captain kind of turns to you and says, in human, he says, or in common, he says to you, "Shut up."
He can't understand me.
He knows a bit of common.
Well, then he's a prick. And he deserves to have his feelings hurt. Fuck him.
Do you know what? Gemini, what's your wisdom?
I'm not telling you. How about that? Why don't you try?
Oh, God.
I cast suggestion on Gemini and go,
Shh. Okay, what's the saving throw?
13. 13 against your wisdom.
Things are never a bad sign if characters start to cast controlling spells on each other.
It's, it's just a simple shut the fuck up. And do you know what? I got this and I was going, will this be a handy spell? And then I remembered all of the times that Gemini has talked us into situation. I thought, this might come in handy.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. So it's just a roll plus my wisdom modifier? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just D20.
Isn't it his wisdom saving throw?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He might have proficiency on that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. The hell is that? So that's 16 altogether. Sorry, it's a weird die. It's 16 altogether.
Oh, boo.
Succeeds.
Go.
Damn. Turn to the guard captain and be like, I tried.
Yes.
You can't silence this.
You pretty much what you guys Vince kind of just places his finger in front of his lips and just shh, as you see like magic kind of twirling towards Gemini, And you, Gemini, notice this, and you're like, "Oh hell no!" you just swat it off.
And I will turn to him and I will say, "Yes, weak wizard magic," and I'll just yawn.
I hold a firebolt in my hand, just like, is that fucking right?
Gemini!
As the captain pulls the blade out of the orc's shoulder.
So he squirts water on both of us. Like cats. Sorry.
And says to the orc in Orcish, "Is anyone of your clan still alive?" He shakes his head. "If you killed them all, they're all dead. It's just me and some young ones. But most of them were killed by the halflings." "So, you wish death? I would offer you freedom. You could set out, try to find a safe place, but don't ever come into this village again." He nods. "Freedom it is." As he kind of lets him out. And he kind of looks at you guys, and you see this moment of thought in captain, with the captain as in like, should I check with them if they have any questions? And then you see the face, the universal face of, fuck him, as he kind of leaves the orc out and just lets him head out. As he then turns to you guys. "Interesting. It turns out there's a lot of commotion in the forest, together with, close to the hills lying behind the forest. Apparently there is some form of giant causing trouble there.
Better go check it out."
He didn't flat out attack the orcs, but he certainly made their life uncomfortable, dangerous. Many of his warriors already died, so they decided to migrate. But they needed food and thought we were an easy place to plunder.
Did he say what kind of giant? Or what it looked like? Apart from giant.
He kind of shakes his head. "Nah, they just have the word giant. That's pretty much it."
I thought the giants were a legend in this area.
As did I. Apparently, one of them, or let's hope one of them, decided to set up shop again.
That's not good.
I think he's
Definitely
hard
not.
too.
Does Vince know anything about giants?
Does Vince know anything about giants?
Just lore, history, anything like that? Do you have any indication of what? I don't know. Are they?
I might know something about
any way,
giants.
shape, or form? Can they be talked to? Are they? I don't know. Are they just mindless? Stuff like that.
Roll your history.
Can I also do that?
Yeah.
That is a 14.
Natural one.
Giants are the small ones, right?
Yeah, Ellie's just like, I'm pretty sure they're bigger than me.
Yeah.
So that narrows it down to everything in this existence.
You, Ellie, will probably be like, giants? I'm constantly surrounded by giants. What the hell is
Everyone's
that?
a giant. Like,
Just sort of like looks at Vince and Vern, be like, are these not? These are them?
he's
These are
probably
giants,
also a really, really big man. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
slightly
She's
bigger.
just as
but
confused
big.
as
Yes.
when we heard the orc speaking. So
So, with a 14, Vince, you will know that giants are quite varied. They are pretty much as varied. Well, not as much varied, but they can be split into groups, mostly depending on their preferred living location. It kind of dictates what race of giants there are there. You don't really know a lot about them. They're definitely not mindless creatures, but also this varies in the different types of races. Some of them are, well, as you read in books, somewhat below human intelligence. Just some can be just big babies. Others are far above human intelligence and live hundreds of years, and are oracles that people go to ask for insight and things. And about the history of this place, you know that in this area, and actually the hills behind the forest, which is it's a quite a large forest. It takes you at least 4 or 5 days in a direct line to travel through it. There are hills, and hill giants are used to be common there, but they've all been killed and are gone, as far as you know.
I communicate that to the group.
Okay.
Well, maybe not all of it, but the important bits. Time for some good old-fashioned giant herding. Ellie? Yeah.
Hi?
Yeah. It's just like herding cats, but bigger.
Cats. I like cats.
Yeah, it's like a giant cat.
Okay, so we go look for giant cats. I'm up for that.
It's more like, almost exactly like that, but different.
Right.
So, where did the orc say his home was?
Pretty much where the orcs were located at the farthest ends of the forest from the point of view of our village. So they were living quite close to the hills. So it seemed that this giant, when he says giant, he seemed somewhat hesitant, not really wanting to believe it. He seemed to be taking down a lot of trees to build something, at least use the wood, which made him into conflict with the orcs.
Right. Well, if he was taking down wood, did the axemen, praise be their souls, did they ever report trees being missing when they were out?
No. We never go into that deep. It takes about 4, maybe even 5 days to get there. We pretty much just start chopping away from when we exit the village. We don't really go that deep.
Okay.
Fortunately.
Do you think it would potentially be a threat to the village? And if so, and we went to check it out to see whether there's actually a giant there or whether it's some other creature, would there be payment?
Big human.
I sort of look at Gemini knowingly, just like, he's learning.
He scratches his stubble as he, yeah. I guess that's valuable information to know. And seeing as many of, well, at least the fighting men of this village have died, we can certainly use people like yourself to obtain this information.
Is there a whorehouse in this city or not?
A whorehouse?
Yes, where the whores are.
Yes, I know what a whorehouse is.
Yes.
He looks a bit like and looks around. Let's talk outside. He kind of leads you out of the church.
Vince sort of just looks around at Ellie, and Vern's just like, I'm going to go and make sure that he's okay, and that, just so bye.
Right.
As you see, Lady Tachan, who was paying a lot of attention to you, certainly seems very busy looking after the village. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I will actually quickly go up to the tower and find a spyglass I made before I forget it up there, and go back to Lady Tachan and go hand it over to her, thank you so much for letting me make these.
You're very welcome. She looks at it and tries to look through it. It worked better than I expected.
Well, it didn't work as good as I wanted it to, but it was the best I could do with actually quite limited materials. Thank you so much.
She's holding it and looks at you. Says, I don't feel right keeping this. Here, she hands it to you. You can have it.
Oh, thank you. I'm like,
maybe you can improve upon it.
Definitely.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can remake it with more than a shoe.
And she kind of looks at. She's quite tall, Ellie. So she really looks down to you. So you see her kind of crouching down. And Varen, where are you? Vince and Jim and I have left with the captain.
Yeah, probably helping Tech-chan, because I am not interested at all.
Oh, okay. So she kind of looks at. She kneels down, and she places a hand on your shoulder, Ellie, and says, "Be careful with those two." As she kind of points at the door where two of your friends have left out of.
Yes, of course. I mean, but I'm thinking, how should I phrase this without actually insulting her as well? I mean, they're kind of tall men. Yes, tall men.
She nods. I know exactly what you mean. As she kisses you on the forehead and steps up.
I'm mostly surprised over the kiss. I'm like, what just happened?
As she kind of starts to address and says, like, everybody that wants to stay here for the night is more than welcome, and you can go back to your houses in the morning to see what's going on. So you, Varen, also kind of calming down the people and everybody. There is some commotion amidst the villagers that are here about the fact that the orcish boy was let go. And you see them kind of murmuring about that and kind of like, it's that orc blood in him. Yeah. He's always soft to them. And
remember, he probably overheard that, I suppose. And he'll probably walk up to a few of them and say, remember, he is the captain of your guard first. He makes the decisions.
Yeah. They kind of, yeah, you're right.
That's a good crowd mumble there.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but you help people and assist them as you, Gemini and Vince are outside with the captain. As he looks at you and says, as he see him kind of walking outside, then looking back and actually like takes about 30 more steps away from the church and then stops and says, yeah, we do.
And where would that be?
He gives you instructions like, okay, well, it's closed now, obviously.
Wouldn't now be the best time for whoring?
They're all huddled together for safety in safe houses. The whorehouse wasn't one of them.
Well, that is quite disappointing. Do you think it'll be back in business in the morning?
I don't know. You would have to check with them. But if you go down the street here, take the second right, and then to the left, you see a house, and it has a...
Horse.
Yes. But you see on the side of the door, there's a carving of a little bird. I think it's a sparrow. Not sure. Not big into birds. But...
or are you?
But that's the place you should check.
And what about our monies for, orcs and stuff?
Yeah, I'll talk to the mayor about that, and he'll let you know about how much you're getting.
And do you think possibly you could also talk to the blacksmith about maybe cutting us a deal on procuring some magical items? If we are to handle this giant for you, then it would be useful to maybe have some assistance in terms of our wares.
I don't know how skilled you think our blacksmith is, but she can't do any magical items. Believe me, I checked.
I see. She told me otherwise. I hate her. Okay, fair enough. I will see to the horse in the morning. Is there all... Never mind. I'll just go back into the church. I just walk into the church.
The captain kind of looks as you leave. What do you do, Vince?
Vince pulls out his pipe and lights it with his hand, and then just goes, fine, and then walks into the church.
As you try to walk away from the captain kind of stops you, and is he all there?
No, not even close. Carry on walking.
Nope.
I feel
Right.
Vince is totally the best guy to ask that question.
Yeah, 100%.
All right then. So he walks off as well. So you guys reunite at the church.
I have a question.
It's
though.
yeah.
Do I get to add a spyglass to my inventory?
Yes, you do. But place a little note there that it's not an official spyglass, because it's not as good as a normal spyglass.
Okay, how the freaking fudge do I do that?
As you guys gather and as the adrenaline kind of leaves the body, you realize what you've gone through. You feel that you're pretty damn tired, and it's been a hefty battle, and yeah.
As we go into our long rest, I'm going to sit there for a while and think. I don't know if I've already sown a church of Helm Patch, but I'll be doing that if I haven't.
Mhm.
And along with fire and stuff in the background, and then I will think back to my time in the Thieves Guild and all the roguish people that I was around and how I helped them and what I did there. Even though I wasn't a thief myself, but it's gonna all start kind of coming back to me, all the things I saw, things I learned, and I will take my first level into Rogue.
There you go.
Oh.
Sneaky stab him.
Sneaky. Well,
All right.
Sneaky Gemini.
can I talk to Tech-chan just 1 sec?
Yeah, sure.
Tech-chan, do you have the time? Is it getting late?
It is. I would say that it's well after midnight.
Oh, okay. I suppose I should bed down with the rest. I'll just pick a place in the corner.
Please. And thank you for everything.
Not to worry, Tech-chan.
As you hear somebody like, you see one of the villagers. Excuse me, is somebody here named Vern? Vern?
Is it Farron you're trying to say?
I think so. You see him kind of looking at a little note.
Oh. Yes. Do you have something for me?
You see him kind of holding a pouch, and there's this pouch here with a name tag on it, and he kind of opens it. Oh my!
I think I know what that is. Yes, that indeed is mine.
Are you sure? I can't be sure that you're him. He kind of pulls away the pouch.
Yeah, no, I am Baron Sewell, yes. Where did you get this from? Where did it come from?
I was moving the little bench over there, and it was behind the leg of the bench.
Oh.
I almost tripped over it. I almost broke my leg. He kind of holds out his hand.
Oh, very. Yeah, just let me see. And they sort of take a look inside and sort of gets a rough estimate of what's in it and see if anything's missing.
No, you think it's pretty much all the coins that you misplaced.
Okay, right. Well, he'll take two gold coins out and give it to the person and go, "Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. I hope you enjoy some of that money and pays for some of your hardships."
You see his eyes like widen. Thank you, good sir.
You've done a good deed today, so you have.
He nods and puts it away, first in his pocket, and then he looks at it and
yes, put that somewhere. You might lose it. Yeah.
He unties a small bag and puts it in and puts it under his clothing.
It's good plan. I might do that myself. Yes.
As
he'll immediately put it in his backpack now. He doesn't wear it on his person at all.
Okay.
All right, and then he'll go next. Yeah, and then he's going to take a corner and do something similar to what Tim and I was doing, and he's going to think about the battle that's happened here today in this church and his previous background history with churches, and that's when he'll take his oath.
All right. There you go. You do you. How does this oath taking of yours?
It's basically it's like a paladin commitment. So he would think over the things he's mauled, and thus up to this point, this is him really becoming a paladin, becoming a devotion to something, and he thinks that yes, churches need to be defended. They need, and they also need to be avenged for any discretion that has been done to them. So Excellent. He's taking the oath of vengeance.
Okay, but is there like a ritual take? Can people? Is something special go?
I suppose
an internal thing for you.
Yeah, no, it would be more of just a thing that he would do. He would spend his time obviously praying to his god and reciting his oath to the vengeance.
Okay, excellent. Does anybody else do anything before you guys have a
Yes, I am first of all trying to pack the spyglass away in my bag without it breaking or getting damaged. So that takes me quite a lot of fiddling, but I think I managed to get it. I might even dismantle it slightly because I know how I can put it back together with some time. But mostly try to keep it intact because it's better that way without it breaking. And then I will tell Fluffles all about the fight.
Okay.
And like give Fluffles some attention and maybe some cat treats.
So you make yourself kind of comfortable, kind of sitting on some. Fluffles is kind of propped up on your chest, and he's just purring as you're telling him in all matter of beings about how the battle went, and he falls asleep while you're telling it to him.
And then I will fall asleep because he's sleeping and it's cozy.
Okay. Very well. How about you, Vince?
Yeah, he settles down and gets ready to go to sleep, but he's smoking on his pipe, and as he lights it with his hand, he sort of has an idea, and he holds like a firebolt in his hand. He's like, "What about a ball of fire, but bigger?" And then he gets out his spell book and scribbles a few.
Yeah. There's nothing in life that can't be solved by a bigger ball of fire. Yeah.
And as a decorative thing, I forgot to mention this ages ago. His fire, it's just fire shaped, but at this point he decides that no, it's going to be purple. So it's like purple and black flames. Is his
Ooh.
fire. I meant to mention that whenever I made him, and I forgot. So just at this point he goes, "Do you know what? Like, this is not fancy enough."
There we go.
Lets everybody know that Vince has been there.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like a tracer. It's so that you know that firebolt killed you came from him. You don't know it for very long, but you know.
Yeah. The people around you know.
Yeah. And that's how he settles in for his long rest.
All right. So you guys settle in for good rest, and you have quite a good rest. You're thankful for being as tired as you are, because, well, there are a lot of people in this limited space, and also a lot of old people, and well, the gas production and stuff and things in this area is interesting. So in the morning, you guys slowly start to wake up, and you will notice that some people are already up and running, and others are still asleep. And the doors to the church are, and there's a smell coming from outside. Pleasant smell.
Pleasant
food.
smell. Ooh.
I was gonna say it might just be those orc bodies, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got the
it's
long
not
rest,
barbecue.
right?
Yeah. You all had a long rest, so you regain all the things that you used, and because you've all gone up to level 3, you probably also get some new stuff.
Smelling the food, Gemini will go up to it, and assuming Lady Chen.
Yeah, she's standing there. There's a big kettle on a campfire. And, she is preparing food, and you see it's quite busy outside of the church. You see men and women carrying away bodies and things, and it's clear that the cleanup is on its way.
Yawn and stretch and say, good morning, Lady Chen. How are you this day?
Good morning, Gemini. I'm fine. Are you hungry?
Yes, but I would very much like to, if possible, take my food to go. I have a few things to do this morning.
A few, even.
Vince.
She kind of pours you, takes a ladle and then fills a wooden bowl, and she says, "It's a stew," and she kind of hands it to you and says, "Lucky girls."
Wait, what'd she say?
Lucky girls.
Okay, got it. Indeed. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. And I'll slide over a silver again. And
there's no need.
No, well, there is. I feel appreciative of everything that you've done. So just keep it.
Thank you.
And then I'll head right out the
door. Okay. You see outside people kind of sitting, mostly just on and things, and eating this stew that was made. And well, you guys also start to wake up. You also go outside, or you stay in the church, or what do you guys do?
No, Vince will go out and get some food.
Yeah, okay. I will do the same, and I will.
Bern will do.
Also feed Fluffles.
Okay, yeah. Fluffles is also very interesting, and there's bits of meat in it and stuff. So
Yes, I will feed him some.
okay, yeah, he really likes that. So purring and stuff. And as you, Vince, walk out and kind of head towards the stew, you there's a something landing on your shoulder and clamping you with one claw as it's kind of finds its balance on your shoulder, and you're like, oh, hello, who?
Who's there? He's there.
As he looks at you as a
Yes, I dismiss him to his wee pocket dimension.
he disappears.
Couple of feathers.
All right, so you guys all get a bowl and eat, and you're just outside in time to see Gemini kind of leaving the church area.
That's well, he's going to
a
get us.
firm trot.
A skip, actually.
Oh, the skip. There you go. Yeah.
So Vince goes over to Lady T'Challa and is like, with the cleanup going on, that establishment isn't going to be open, surely.
I wouldn't know. She hands you the bowl, kind of a bit like empty hand. Thank you.
All right, I follow her, or I follow Gemini. I'm like, well, one way to find out. Purely academic, of course.
Yeah, Varen's going to go up to Tech-chan as well, and without really any explanation, he's like, yes, I have something to do as well, and finishes off his bowl and heads off towards the blacksmith, but she doesn't know that.
I was gonna. That would
hand in hand like Wizard of Oz. Off to the hole.
And then, I mean, geez, Ellie, you would have had to come with us because I mean, splitting the party, you know.
That's true.
I will probably. Actually, I'm gonna eat my food and take care of Fluffles, and then I'll notice you're all gone. I'm like, where? Okay, I guess they're gone.
You might be able to find a nice lady cat for Fluffles.
You know what we will do? I'm talking to I'm talking to Fluffles here. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna find a box for the spyglass. I don't think it's safe in the backpack. So I will finish my food and then I will go to ask Lady Tachan. Do you know where I can maybe buy a box, or have one made for the spyglass? Because I don't want it to break.
Well, I would first try it, Eirik. He might have some.
Eirik?
Thing. Oh yeah, he's the proprietor of the general store.
The general store. Okay.
He could have a box like that. I don't know if it's a perfect match, but well, seeing how skilled you are with making things, you might be able to kind of make it fit snugly.
Cool. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go check that out.
That's all you're gonna do, right? She kind of.
Yeah.
Never mind. Bye.
What else would I do? I might go look for the other ones because they all disappeared.
There you go. She kind of starts handing off.
And then I will start walking, realizing. Wait, what's where is the general shop?
As you see an elderly gentleman. I can tell you that. You just go through the road here, and then on the main road, take a left. It should be on your right hand pretty soon.
Okay.
It has a big sign on it. It's a general store. What will they think of next?
Maybe a map. I will start walking.
Is
he older than stores?
But yeah,
we just had a brick.
I'd hand you a thing, you'd hand me a thing, and that was it.
So everybody kind of.
I will keep an eye out if I see them though, because I'm wondering where the hell did they go.
Well, they kind of have a head start on you. So, and seeing as you probably won't catch up with them.
No, but I'm just keeping an eye out because, like, where did it go?
Okay. Well, the first you do see after a short walk, because you first pass the smithy, and Varen, you see the smithy is there, and you see the same dwarven woman standing there talking to some people, and she says like, yeah, I'll get right on that. Don't worry, I'll have it done at the end of the day. Oh, thank you so much. You kind of shake her hand and then leave.
Nice. Easy done. Do I see Ellie passing by?
Pretty much as you're kind of waiting for her to end her conversation with these two people, you see Ellie from the corner of your... Well, not directly walking towards you, but kind of walking into the village proper.
He'll turn and he'll obviously he'll shout out, "Oh, yes, Ellie. Where are you heading to?"
And then I will like, oh, there you are. You all disappeared on me. I'm gonna go get a box at the general store.
What do you need a box for?
The spyglass.
Oh,
Obviously.
oh, right, I see. Are you going to the general store?
Yeah, I was gonna check if he had one.
Okay.
But
do you mind if I
one...
come along?
No, not at all.
All right. I'll join you then.
Okay, awesome. Do you know where the other two went?
Not a clue, no. I wasn't really listening when they went out.
No, I was kind of busy talking to Flaffles, and they were just gone.
Yes, they had a bit of a skip to their step and must have been doing something very enjoyable.
Oh, you think they're gonna get
Not
a
yet,
reward?
but we will be.
But yes, I'm quite happy myself. I got my commission from my blacksmith.
Oh, nice.
And
What
I
you getting?
got my coin back.
Oh, where did you find it?
Some young man did come up to me and apparently just give me it. He said it was sitting just under the pews.
But didn't you lose it before the church?
I don't know. It had a name tag on it. I don't remember putting a name tag on it. Seems a bit strange.
Don't look a gift DM in the mouth.
Well, it was returned, and I
sense a
rewarded the man who
mystery.
returned it. So yeah,
I sense a mystery.
yes, a mystery that would probably not be solved.
You sure? We can maybe try to find out.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Oh.
Whoever wanted the coin could have kept the coin. They obviously needed more than I did.
You sure you
What's
don't
wrong?
want to find out? I mean, it's a mystery. It needs to be solved.
If you want to find out, Ellie, you can go and do to your heart's content. But
I will ask around.
I will be fine with that.
Okay, cool. I will ask around.
Just so we're clear, Varen, you haven't gotten your commission yet.
Was I not talking to the blacksmith about that?
No. She was talking to other people before you were.
Okay.
Okay, right. Sorry, I misheard. Right. 1 second, Ellie. I need to actually finish my commission. I'll be back.
Yeah.
One second.
I will wait with you.
And then I'll walk up the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Just got this image of Varen walking up and going, someone else getting their transaction done. He's like, well, my job's done.
This is how this works.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll go back up to the blacksmith then.
She looks up at you. Says, "Hey there."
Ah, yes, it's me again. I came into some coin, and I wish to do our previous arrangement.
Right. Remind me again what you wanted.
It was three hand axes, balanced nicely for throwing, and a little leather free straps so that I could mount them on my belt or bandolier.
Excellent. She kind of looks at you. How big of a hurry are you?
I'm not in terribly a hurry. No. I suppose it really depends. How much time do you have to work on it?
Well, I'm sure you haven't missed the fact that we were attacked last night, and
Yes.
I hear you and your friends did amazing in helping to defend us. But well, I'm getting a lot of work that needs done quick, preferably. But well, this is all work that I'm just doing to help my fellow villagers. You know, I'm not getting really paid for it or anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, you know. My usual thing is that paying customers always come first, but well, this is kind of like a special situation.
On average, how long do you think it would take to do it within moderation?
Well, I have hand axe, but they're not really made yet for proper combat. You know, just tools more or less. So I'll need to work on them to have a good feeling about selling them to you as weapons.
Right.
And the strap is relatively easily made, but it'll take me a couple of hours. But like I said, there's a lot of demand on my time right now.
Okay. I have a suggestion. What was our previous agreed coin?
Ooh, dang, that's a good question. I should have written it down. Does anybody recall what she said?
I'm trying to remember.
No, I did not at all listen or write it down since I was not there.
Like, did I say something like 20 gold or something?
No, not that much. Not that much.
I remember she wanted to charge 10,000 to enchant my damn card.
Yeah, exactly. 3 hand axes. They're usually 5 gold, so yeah, she'll keep it at 5 gold, and the strap. So I don't know, 20 might actually be quite close.
I think for a quick order, I said I would hand her 20, just an extra couple, just to get it done quickly. But
okay, yeah.
Let's say the extra gold I was going to throw in to get it done quick. Could you use that money to get someone to deliver it to me when it's sorted?
Depends on where you're staying.
That's a good question. I'll either be in the inn or at the church. Hopefully, we'll be sticking around for a while.
You'll be in town for a couple of days still.
Hopefully, yes.
You know what? Just pay me 15 gold, and I'll throw in the straps, and I'll find you, and I'll give it. I'll make sure you get it.
Yes. If anything else changes, sure, I'll come to you and let you know anyway.
Please let me know if your situation changes and you need quicker. But well, you know, you can't really say no to people that need things to build their life back up.
Yes, I understand that the attack last night was quite brutal. It probably destroyed a lot of equipment.
Exactly.
But I cannot take that away from another person.
She extends her hand. Pleasure.
Gladly shake. A nice hearty grip.
Yeah, you feel that she has a sturdy grip as well. You two friends? She kind of points at Ellie.
I'm probably looking around like super curious. I'm not that often in a blacksmith, and it's all this cool stuff. So I've been looking around.
Yes, this is Ellie.
Hi.
She's a party member.
Pleasure. There was another guy. She kind of draws a line over.
Yeah.
He was very curious about what you ordered.
Oh.
He's very strange.
What's that?
Titan.
Oh, okay. That's intriguing. He was very curious when I came back to find out what I was, but he seems to have taken it one step further. That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry. I kind of gave him the shove, but yeah.
It's okay. He's a strange sort of fellow. Hard to get used to.
He said you knew magic. Do you know magic?
Nah.
I just giggle at that.
It's probably the first time you ever see sort of a little smirk on Varen's face.
Just a single ha.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. I will bid you adieu.
Take care, and we'll be in touch.
Shall we, Ellie?
Yes. To the general store.
You guys head over to the general store. As how fast, Vince, do you walk to catch up to Gemini?
Oh, sprint.
Sprint. Okay,
without spilling my my soup.
Okay.
Sort of like
You keep your hand on your bowl of stew, and you're kind of running.
Yeah.
You're slamming up against the back of your hand.
My staff in my teeth, you know.
As you pretty much catch up to Gemini, I'm assuming you go to a specific house, Gemini, or do you go somewhere else?
Yeah, we're going straight to the horse, man. That's Gemini. He's down in the soup in one hand and skipping all the way to the horse.
Okay, so you, I won't make any judgment calls, but as you're kind of heading towards that way, thinking about the things to come, you do notice that you see people kind of carrying bodies through the streets, and you're like, I don't know if that kind of either heightens or lowers your mood, but
I'm literally humming rough to see the horse. The horse like I don't care.
Okay, there you go.
Can Vince turn to Gemini as we're walking along and just be like, I don't need to know what happens, but I'm never touching your mage hand after today. What you use it for? It's entirely up to you. I don't need to know. Just
I use it for sex, Vincent. I use it for sex.
So you guys arrive at this somewhat larger house than the standard, and you see indeed there's a fine carving of a bird in it. You, for the love of God, couldn't tell you what kind of bird it is. It's just draw a bird, and that's what you see on the post. And
is the door open? Are there people there?
No. The door is closed, and you do have the idea that you see some things through windows and stuff.
Walk right up to the door. Try to open it.
You open it, and you see a woman standing there. At least on the second take, you think, yeah, it's a woman. And she's like this powerhouse of a woman, kind of standing there. She looks a bit surprised as you just open the door.
I slide right in. Gemini is here.
Sort of Vincent behind him sees the big woman, just like, I don't like the look of your one.
Hey, Gemini.
Hello. Is this the brothel?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. Are you up and running?
Not really.
Damn. Not really implies that there might be part of you that is?
She nods.
Which part?
Fantastic. So, would I be able to procure your services for now?
My services, or the services of the house?
The services of the house. I mean, if you're willing to provide services, I don't see why not.
I don't. I just keep the order.
I thought that might be the case. So, where are the horse?
She looks at you a bit like, come with me. And she looks at you. You, Muscles, you in on this as well?
What, at the same time? Sure.
Mage hand.
God, I wish I had mage hand. I really
Mage
do.
hand's great.
She kind of leads you further into the. A lot of the staff is assisting family and relatives to get back on their feet.
Yes.
But some of them don't have family or relatives here, so
Yes.
They're up for business.
All right. Fantastic. So is this sort of I just tell you what I want and you, or do I get to like procure and go over them and choose at my discretion? How does it work here?
Depends on how you want it. How much are you willing to spend?
How much do they cost?
Well, that depends on the person you want.
Well, can I see them?
Sure. She calls up as you see doors open and people coming out of hallways, and you see a total of 5 people coming out, and they kind of pretty much line up. They seem used to this, and they kind of line up, and you see a different people here, 2 male, 3 females, and they kind of stand there, and well, yeah, you can pick whichever you want, and depending on the person, they're pretty much average looking, and then going up in standard alertness, and you see the tall, strong woman gives you a piece of paper, and it has like scoring things on it, things that you would wish to do that become more expensive.
Okay, and what do the prices look like on that?
The very basics is about and
You cut out there. How much?
2 gold.
Okay.
And it then goes up.
Okay. What I am looking for here is a menage a trois. How much would that be?
Again, depending on the person, but the very basics would be 5 gold.
Okay. Right then. What do the 5 people look like? Like what,
Standard, really.
Just standard people?
Yeah.
Just Joes and Jills. All right.
Yeah, nothing like particular. You see, I don't know how much we should go into this, but you see there's basic-looking people, that you would normally probably not give a second glance to, but then people go up, and you also see them dressed better and looking better, and
okay.
There is one that is the most expensive, and she is an elf.
I'll just wave her off and go up to the like the most normal looking person, the person who looks like maybe they don't get a lot of business, and say, I will take her, and then I will trot over to the men, do the same with them, and say, I will take him.
Very well. 5 gold.
Hand it over happily and say, fantastic. Lead the way.
They grab your hand and they just lead you off.
All right.
And the woman then looks at you, Vince.
Oh, sorry. No. For some strange reason, this has given me an idea for the name of this episode. Yeah, Vince just sort of looks over and goes, "Yeah, I'll take the same as what he's got," and it just grabs 2 random, whoever is closest to him, male, female. He's like, come on.
Okay, also 5 gold.
And he like grabs his staff and he's like, I need this.
There you go. All right, so you guys.
As Gemini is kind of going in and closing the door, he's going to cast Mage Hand and wave at Vince.
Okay, nice. Good. So you guys will have, and this is exactly what you expect it to be. And
I don't know if it's what they expect it to be, but go
no,
on.
I was going to say
that's fine. We don't need the details. Just post them on the Discord channel or something in a separate.
Smoke from underneath the door.
You don't kill the people, right?
No, just slightly singed.
Okay, good. So you guys are entertained there. You guys, the other two go into the general store.
Yes.
And Irik's there, and you see him kind of talking to some early teens. It's just like, all right, so this goes to, and this goes to him, and this goes to. He just hands over bags of supplies and things. Yes, sir, and they start to run off. As he looks up. Oh, well, if it isn't the heroes of the village.
Yes, hi.
Hi there. How may I help?
So I was talking to Lady Tachan, and
How is she?
said, "Oh, she's well.
Good.
We
Good.
managed to defend the sheriff really well, and
I heard.
last I saw her, she was making food for everybody.
Sounds like her.
And anyway, she gave me directions to you because I'm looking for a box if you might have one. Because I made a spyglass last night and it's kind of fragile, and I was kind of hoping that you might have a box that I could maybe fit for the spyglass, or stuff it so the spyglass doesn't really get damaged. And wait. I will take off my backpack and I will dig out the spyglass and quickly put it together properly. And so I made this, and as you see, it's not super sturdy and it's kind of handmade, and I don't want it to break because it's still kind of valuable. Do you any chance have a box yay?
He kind of reaches out and grabs out a spyglass. Wouldn't you prefer this one? He grabs out an actual spyglass and kind of holds.
How much is it?
100 gold.
No, I want the box.
All right. He kind of places it back.
Gold. I look super sad. I look down. I don't have 100.
I have boxes, but they're quite big usually, and well, this one seems more your size. Oh, wait, he goes to the back and starts to rummage about and comes back. He's like, here, this might fit. He hands you a cylinder of wood, and it has fabric padding on the inside. And you recognize it. It looks like a high quality thing where you would roll up documents and put them into, and it actually has a you can push onto it.
Ooh.
This should work.
Yes, I think so. How much?
He looks at you, and you see this smile on his face, and he says, you know what? Seeing as you've done ourselves a solid, I'll hand it to you for 4 gold.
4 gold. I will look at it really thoroughly. What's the quality of it like?
You look at it. It's like I said, really a high quality. But it's intended for maps and papers and documents. But looking at it, it really will do well for the holding of your spyglass.
4 gold. I will take out my pouch and I will like count my gold since they're not that many. I'm like, it's like a lot of gold, but this is a really good spyglass and it's kind of expensive and I don't want to lose it. So I'm like doing the mental math and everything and like,
Yeah.
How about 3.5?
Throw your persuasion.
Wait, where are they? I keep losing my stats. Persuasion. Okay, so that's 12.
12.
Yeah.
Sorry, I already gave you a pretty hefty discount.
All right. A girl has to try, you know.
No, it's no harm.
I will take out 4 gold coins one at a time and like hand them over.
Okay.
Looks kinda sad to let go of 4 gold at the same time.
3. Yes.
Gemini would have done it with coppers.
4. There we go. Okay, here you go. He hands you the cylinder.
Okay, did I do this now?
I hope you enjoy.
Thank
Anything
you.
else?
No, I think that's it for me.
All right. How about your friend? He kind of looks over at Varen.
Varen, do you need something?
He's sort of perusing the store, and he's like, yes, I'm just looking for some odds and ends, really. Do you have anything for an adventuring party that I may need that don't know I need? Maybe some charcoal as well. Do you have some charcoal?
Sure.
Yeah.
You want it in a bag or?
Yes. Could I get quite a few bits in a wee paper bag or something?
Paper bag.
Well, whatever bags you have, I suppose.
Yeah. All right, I'll put it in a bag for you. All right. Well, I heard stories about adventurers, and there's one thing they always need. He grabs from the side of the counter, and he there's a he lifts it up like there's this moment, like it's the mask or something. Holds it up. It's a crowbar. These are this is like an excellent tool for adventurers.
Yes. I haven't really seen one of these before. What is it?
You don't? It's a crowbar.
What does it do?
Yes.
What do you do with it?
It breaks open things.
What color is it? That's the important thing.
Yeah, it's pink, of course.
But we have a Vince. Yeah. Our Vince breaks things for us.
Sorry?
Our Vince breaks things for us.
Okay, it breaks open things. What things are we talking about? Are we talking breaking and entering? That's not a very good tool. That's something a thief would have.
No. You don't use it to break open doors from people here. You know, sometimes you come across doors and things in the wilderness that you might need to wedge open. Or if there is like something stuck between 2 rocks, you can jam it in there and really get some tension on it and helps you lift.
I will pull out my quarterstaff. You mean like using one of these?
That's wood. No. This is iron.
Yeah.
And if a trap's triggered, you could use it to block it, when opening a door.
You're not there, don't have to make you say
I know, but I had to... Everyone, that's a callback to episode 1. Go watch it.
Right. Yeah. So I'm guessing that that you're talking about grave robbery now.
What?
You seem kind of sighs, like, you want it or not?
How much?
2 gold.
That sounds a bit excessive. It's a bit of metal.
He just bought a box for 4.
He kind of looks, holds it up, and says, "You see, it's shaped in certain forms, so it allows you to break open things easier,
Right.
or keep things shut." He kind of.
Wouldn't a hammer be more efficient for that and some nails?
Listen, if you don't want it, you don't want it. I don't need to sell it.
No, I don't want it.
Just arguing the semantics and morality of just owning a crowbar.
But I mean, I think it's kind of important to have the information right. If you're gonna make a sale, the information is really important.
He puts it back. Forget about it. You know what? What's also useful is he goes up. What you really need is this. He brings out like 10-foot ladder, as he just, there you go. Never leave home without it.
I see. Right. So, do you have the spiel? Can you give me the spiel?
What?
Obviously, it has some great story or value behind it.
Seals pitch is what he's
It was forged in the woodshop worker 2 miles from here. I don't know. It's just I buy it from a friend of mine, and it's useful. Climb up things.
Right. I've been hearing of something quite useful as well. A grappling hook. Do you have one of those?
He kind of looks at you. Are you intent to climb up roofs and break into people's houses now?
Crowbars and ladders.
No, very recently we may be heading towards the sort of forest. So if we ever encounter mountains or something, I might need something to climb up walls and stuff.
like a ladder.
You know Mage-chan though,
Yes.
Gemini knows Mage-chan.
Kind of like a ladder, yes, but I can't get the ladder up there. I need some way of getting up.
Do you have a flying ladder? Is there such a thing as flying ladder? I'm started really thinking about these flying ladders. How would you go crafting a flying ladder? Like maybe trebuchet? I will like talk to myself. Then you can maybe launch.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but this village has just been attacked, and I have other things to do.
Yes, I'm.
Are you taking a piss at me?
No, not at
I'm
all.
looking super serious here. I'm really designing a trebuchet that can shoot ladders in my head.
All right. Listen, I'm done advising you things. You just tell me what you need, and I'll get it.
Okay, right. Grappling hook.
Grappling hook.
The charcoal, if you have it.
Yeah. Let me see. The charcoal, here we go, is 1 silver, and the grappling hook is 2 gold.
Seems fair. Here you go.
Not that I'm advising you in any way or capacity, but a grappling hook by itself isn't really useful. You might rope that.
Oh, it's okay. I've got some rope on my bag. Here, see it right here?
Fine. All right. Done.
Thank you. There you go. And glad to be of service.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This whole town hates us so much.
Oh, actually, I like pop my head back in. Actually, do you have a sketchbook? Or like a little bit like like a little book or something for writing?
It's not officially a sketchbook, but it's a book to make notes in, but you can
Yeah?
use it to sketch in.
Yeah? How much would that be?
Let's see. This one here is 1.5 gold. You see him holding up like a tiny book.
Can I look at it?
Of course, he hands it to you.
Yeah, I will look at it. Is it like... Yeah, is that big
Yeah,
or bigger?
a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller. Okay. So it's not very big.
No,
Mm,
and it's about like this thick.
so it's pretty thick still.
Yeah.
I'm like really considering. Maybe later. I need to think about it.
Okay.
Ellie, is there something wrong?
No, it's just like 1.5. It's just a little bit of gold, and I mean, I'm not sure I need it. But
sure.
yeah, it's fine. I will
Sure,
just wait.
I've got some money if you want to
No,
get
it's
it.
no, it's okay. I don't need it. And
It seems like something that's very important to you.
no, I just wanted to like design the trebuchet that could launch ladders, and I do like to take notes and everything. And I realized I never brought a notebook on my journey, so I really can't.
How much was the notebook?
1.5 gold, sir.
Here, take it. It seems like it would be very useful for Ellie.
A gift from the gentleman. He hands it to you.
Oh, thank you very.
Not a problem.
You didn't need to do that, but thank you. I look like super happy, like clutch it.
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
So, what else do you guys do?
I will go find a good spot to like tuck away the spyglass in the case and figure out how the fuck I'm carrying the case. But if it's made for documents, maybe it's possible to hang it like it has a strap or something. Maybe.
Yeah, you could kind of hang it to the side of your backpack. And
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Point.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I will look at Varian like, now what?
I'm not sure actually.
Do you know where the other two went?
No, not at all.
Maybe we should take a look if we can find them.
That's probably a good idea.
Or maybe
Maybe we'll ask around town.
Yeah, and maybe there's someone that needs help with something we can do.
We'll find the first person we see.
Yeah.
All right. You see 2 people carrying a dead orc.
I can't carry stuff. Maybe not that.
Moral support.
No, I won't do more support because it's kind of.
Yes, gentlemen.
Yeah.
You just look like you just need a bit of a hand, actually. Is there anything going about that needs done?
Well, we're gathering the orc bodies outside the village to burn them, and the villagers are being identified and made ready for burial.
Right. One other question as well. Did you pass a strange-looking fellow that goes by the name of Gemini? He's sort of a half Dragonborn. And another strange man, Vince. He's big, muscly, wizard-type guy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see what direction they were heading? They didn't tell us where they were going.
They kind of look at each other. Maybe it's not our place to say.
It's okay. We're all really good friends.
They went to the whorehouse.
Oh.
Oh.
I see. So bodies?
Yeah. maybe we can help with something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll help with the bodies. Yes.
Yes.
Please, yeah. There's plenty over there, and yeah.
We'll
they
go to work,
move on.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Meanwhile,
start
we're
holding
rolling
dead
sex.
body.
I think the bodies are slightly too big for me to actually haul, but I'll see. I will go with Varian, and if he carries something, can maybe help with something else.
All right.
While they were talking, like whenever the guard said that he's taking the bodies out to burn them, if you just imagine like a camera cutting away to the room that Vince is in, and you just see his head pop up, just like. Like who
Did someone say burn?
Yeah, who is on his shoulder? Like he summoned who back from the pocket dimensions of who's there as well. He's sort of like,
Oh,
Okay. So you guys assist with moving the bodies, while the other half of the party is
moving
also
bodies.
also moving bodies in a more rhythmic way. And how long do you guys take? Is it like the rest of the day, or do you guys?
Probably an hour for me.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I would like to talk to them. But you go ahead.
Yeah, well, Vince, depends. If he keeps his pointy hat on, a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So what happens if it takes off the pointy hat?
But it's well, I'll take the pointy hat off. That takes up like 4 minutes because he has to take it off. And he has to find somewhere to set it. And he's like, oh,
Right.
over there might get knocked out. No, I'll just keep it on. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a couple of minutes, but it's intense. And
There you go.
Fire and smoke and everything. Who flying around, diving in.
Yeah. Feathers everywhere. Yeah. Singed feathers. Oh yeah.
When everything's done, I would like to speak to my new friends and say, what are your names, by the way? You are fantastic at sex.
Thanks. I'm Janine, and she kind of looks at the guy next to her, Mark.
Janine and Mark. Fantastic. All right. You may have heard we're kind of a big deal. We saved your home, and
We heard.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I was curious. Is there a place I can go procure a set of thieves' tools? Don't worry, I'm not going to be breaking into any homes around here. I just we may have another mission to help you guys out, and we may have to break into an area outside of the village.
They kind of look at each other. Maybe the general store, but I don't really think he would have those kind of things. They're like these little tiny tools, right? That you use to
lockpicks,
open
things of
things?
that nature. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe the blacksmith? I really don't know.
Well, I'll try the general store first. Thank you very much, and if I require any more sex, I'll be sure to come to you.
It's a deal.
You have earned yourself a return customer, and then I will skip out.
All right. So, you head out, go to the general store, or go somewhere else. And what do you do,
General
Vince?
store.
So as he comes out, Vince is like already waiting in the lobby, just like sitting there smoking his pipe, and then like giving the pipe to who. It's like, well, ready? Where are we going?
Mage hand thumbs up, and
I
then...
get who to fly into it.
Yeah, just high five. And I am going to go to the general store. I believe they have some thieves' tools that may help us in case the giant has some kind of abode that we need to break into, or possibly if we come upon the orcs' ruined village, maybe we can come upon something useful there. Also, I just want thieves' tools.
Fair enough.
Right.
I sort of wave a hand, dismiss who. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I wave a hand.
I wonder if he
dismiss
have a
hand.
crowbar.
I mean, if not, I have to assume they would definitely have a ladder.
Yeah. That could be useful for climbing things.
Yes, it very much could be more useful than, say, a grapple. Let's go.
Yes, yes. Only dicks get grappling hooks.
Oh man. Okay, so
You just stop splitting the party.
head towards the general store.
Mhm.
Gemini, roll your perception.
Absolutely. As soon as I move a bunch of crap. All right, let's try a different die for that one. Here we go. Oh, that's not going to be good, I don't think. Let me find out. Perception. So that's an 8.
An 8. You la 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 la. General store. Here we are.
Okay. So we're already there. We just
Yeah.
Okay. Pardon me, Mr. Merchant Man.
Ah, hey.
I don't know if you've heard. We saved your city.
I heard.
Yes, exactly. So in light of that, do you happen to have thieves' tools? And don't worry, we're not going to break into any place in here.
Thief tools.
Yes.
No.
Okay, bye. Walk out, go to the blacksmith.
All right. La 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 la. There you are at the blacksmith.
Hello.
As she seems hard at work, and she looks up, and you see like this smile on her face, and as she sees you, her smile actually becomes a bit devious as she. Oh, hello.
Yes. You see. Oh God, I don't like this entire town, but we did save it. We saved the town. Keep that in mind. Now, I was curious as to whether or not you could make thieves' tools.
She looks at you.
And not in the way you can make magical items.
Oh, you caught up on that, have you?
Yes.
Thief tools. What exactly do thief tools entail?
Lockpicks and whatever the player's handbook says.
What is this handbook?
I see. She looks you up and down.
I look her up and down.
And walks towards you. And she kind of grabs your sleeve a bit and kind of moves it and looks at the marking that you have on your shoulder. Thieves Guilds. What's this? And she pokes it too hard.
I think you already know, or else you wouldn't be attacking it. That would be a patch that has the logo of the Thieves Guild. You see, places that I've seen, places that I've performed out, I tend to make patches of them around my coat. You can see right here, the Big Toe Tavern, the Church of Helm.
Talk to Cade.
The hell is that?
Cade Appleblossom?
Oh, yes, of course. The famous Apple Blossoms. Who are they, and where do I find him? Or her?
He's usually with his sister at the tavern.
Oh.
It's the halfling.
I knew that!
Cade Appleblossom.
Well done.
At the tavern. With his sister, you say?
Yeah. Gaelic.
Yes.
Well played, DM. Well played.
Fantastic. I thank you for your time, and I wish we hadn't helped you people. Goodbye. I walk out.
Bye.
And go to the tavern.
All right. You will meet Varen and Ellie there, but you see Varen like having this orc on his shoulder and like marching in a certain direction, and you see Ellie kind of walking next to him, kind of spewing ideas at him. So what would you have to the ladders be made out of? Not be immediately broken if they shoot up against them. And you see Varen kind of like, and they kind of walk
Maybe
off.
you need some joints so they like can be really like packed tightly, like an arrow, and then as you shoot them, they unfold. Maybe they need some hooks on the end so they actually can attach. Because I don't think kind of useless.
That's all in good, Ellie, but could you maybe invent something for moving more bodies? That would be helpful.
Maybe a wagon. Why don't they have a wagon? I will go look for a wagon. Like, there should be a wagon somewhere. Where's no wagons?
You kind of look up and you see Gemini Vince walking there.
Guys, have you seen a wagon?
Not now. Having a bad day, Ellie. I walk to the tavern.
Goodbye. Vince, have you seen a wagon?
You should follow this. Trust me, it is far more entertaining to follow Gemini. He is having a bad day, and it is hilarious.
Oh, really?
And I follow it.
I will follow Gemini instead.
Sort of shout over, Farron, come here, bring the body, it doesn't matter.
You want to see it too?
Yes, he brings the body. And they'll probably dump it outside the inn for collection on the way back out again.
There's a little bench on the outside of the tavern. You park it on there.
Prop it up.
All right. So you guys enter, and you see inside the tavern, tables are kind of shoved together, and pretty much all the tables, and you think they've even hauled out more tables than there's usually in the tavern, are kind of being set, and everybody's working hard to kind of, you would assume, make a meal, because they're all plates and stuff and cutlery tables. As you look, you see Morgan kind of look. Hey, there you guys are.
How
Hi,
are you
Morgan.
today, Morgan?
Hey.
I'm good. Thank you for your help.
Yes.
I told you pretty much single-handedly the church from falling.
Yes.
He kind of walks up to you guys and extends his hand to you, Gemini. Thanks, thanks everyone.
Do you know where your little helpers are?
Little helpers. Yeah. They're back in the kitchen.
Would you mind terribly if I went back there to speak with them?
No, that's fine.
Thank you. I walked to the kitchen.
Right.
I will
Vince
whisper
follows
to Morgan. He's having a
Earshot.
bad day for some reason. We're finding out why.
So sort of say to Morgan, you'll want to watch, come here, it's coming.
Morgan follows as well.
If there's anyone else in the bar who knows Gemini or is being annoyed by him, I'm like, guys, come on.
No. Sadly, the tavern is completely empty
Oh, boo.
for Morgan. But
Can I summon the Who and get him to find that guard that was at the
no, you couldn't.
Oh,
So you into the kitchen, and I don't know if you noticed, Gemini, but you're being followed by everybody, and they headed towards the kitchen. And you see 3 people there, the 2 halflings and a human, and they're all kind of chopping, cutting, preparing food. As they kind of look up as this group of people come into this relatively small kitchen, as you're like, people try to get in as well.
Cade Appleblossom. That's your name, correct?
Yes?
I was told to come to you because I require some information. Keep in mind, even though you and I seemingly don't like each other, we were quite helpful last evening, were we not?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I'm looking to see if I can procure some thieves' tools. You see, your guard captain wants us to go out after some sort of giant or something, and we may have to break into a few areas out there in order to possibly find where he is. So, if you could help me procure some thieves' tools, I would be very appreciative.
All right. You ask him this, and something, I wouldn't say magical happens, but something peculiar happens. There are 2 different things that are going to happen now. One that everybody else hears and sees. Another thing that you hear and see. You guys here, what are you talking about, thief tools? I have no idea what you're talking about. And you, Gemini, hear this as well, but you also get the subliminal message as in like, You're asking me here, you ass? Meet me outside.
I'll smile at him and be like, I'll give him a great big grin, and then I'll be like, well, it's a shame you couldn't help. And then I'll walk away and head out.
Vince is just like, whenever he says, oh, that's a shame, and goes to walk away, Vince's like, oh, boo, and starts poking him with his stick. He's like, no, antagonize him.
I will like lean to Varin and didn't he seem way too happy at the answer?
This seems a bit. I was expecting more.
More, yeah. We just stand and look.
You see Morgan also kind of standing there scratching.
I'll tap him on the shoulder and I'll tap him on the shoulder and be like, well, there's not much you can do. By the way, Morgan, have I received any letters here?
Any letters?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well then, I'll be outside, and I walk and go to the back of the building.
What do you guys do?
Can Vern make an insight check? Because
sure.
Gemini's demeanor went a bit different.
Yeah, just tilted.
Totally tilted.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16.
16. Something fishy's going on here.
Yes.
Did we follow?
He'll keep that to himself and turn to Ellie and be like, Ellie, shall we continue what we were doing? It appears that nothing's going on here.
Yes, let's find a cart.
Vince just turns and says, yeah, well, I can only apologize, guys. I thought it was going to be funny. I'm going to go and stick with him. If anything else hilarious happens, I'll let you know.
Yes, Vince, while you're here, they need to burn some bodies.
That's more interesting. Let's go do that.
I thought you might suggest that.
He skips out the door, like not even off into any direction because he doesn't know where the bodies are. He's just like, yeah, let's go.
Vince, this way. Vince.
Yeah, he's like, he runs off that way, and he's like, oh.
Vince is having a good day.
It's funny that
you look for a wagon, Ellie?
Yes, or something that I can make to like a sled or something that you can like load up a bunch on and drag them and have it easier time dragging than carrying one with two people, because that's really inefficient.
Okay. You probably will have noticed that all the wagons that you've seen are being used to move supplies and building equipment and stuff to repair things. So
they're kind of
not that you have too high an opinion of everybody here, but you think that they would probably, if they have a wagon to spare, they would probably use it to bodies. Okay. But
is there any broken wagons nearby?
Yes, any broken wagons. That's a good one.
Throw a perception.
Okay.
Can you fashion the bodies into a wagon?
No.
You can certainly try.
Varen is not concerned at all. That's a natural one.
Oh, I rolled a 15. So that's gonna be pretty high.
Yeah. No, alas, there's no wagons here. But you do. You have seen a couple of really long benches, which seemed relatively light. And they have like these feet on the bottom, kind of sticking out. So you could probably load up 4 or 5 bodies and drag it with 2-3 men towards this burial thing.
I me and Varen, we might be able to.
Yeah, I will suggest that to Vince and Varen.
Yep.
All right, so you guys get to work and drag these bodies. You Gemini are in the alley.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kind of be stealthy back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you're kind of standing there waiting and looking,
mm-hmm.
You see all of a sudden you start to notice, like, wait, what is that? As you kind of grab a tissue or something and you kind of wipe off some things, and you see there's thieves' cant written on some of the buildings, especially here in the tavern, and it says HQ.
Okay. Got it. I'll just make note of it.
As you see a barrel move, and Cade comes out from behind the barrel. As he kind of stands there looking puzzled at you. Why the hell didn't you say so?
Well, I thought maybe the giant patch on my shoulder would give something away.
He kind of shakes his head. You know how many fanboys we have?
Well, I thought a friend of mine, his money went missing, and I thought it might be you, so I assumed you were in fact the fanboys in which you speak of. But it appears you actually have skill. And now you know I do as well. So, I am looking to procure some thieves' tools. How about you help a friend out?
He grabs kind of like this big letter rolled up as he kind of places it on the barrel. I got a spare.
A spare ladder?
Tools.
I'm sorry, it's been a ladder-centric day. Excellent. Fantastic. Then we, yes, what do I owe you for them?
He looks at them. 40 gold.
40 gold seems fair. And I will hand it over.
All right. Thanks.
How much gold do you even have?
Yeah. And so this is your headquarters then, correct? This is where you do your real business?
Yeah, pretty much. Though this whole town is mine.
And your sister?
Yeah, we work together.
Are you the only two like us?
Mm-hmm.
Right then. Where did you join? You haven't lived here your whole lives.
No.
Fair enough. I, somehow, unexpectedly, actually hope we get to know each other a little bit better. Will you be helping in the fight with the giant, or will you be holding things down here?
We make sure things move smoothly here.
Fair enough. All right. I'll reach out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand as well. Listen, you don't need to tell him personally, but I'm sorry about what happened to your other dragonborn friend.
Yeah. Why did that happen?
He was rude. And he was carrying his coin, well, for everyone to see.
And I wasn't rude.
Yeah, you were, but, well, opportunity offered itself, and my sister took it.
I see. Well played. I respect it.
And listen, now that I know that you and I are on the same level, we don't leech off this village. We care for these people here.
I wasn't planning on it.
Good, because, you know, I know a lot of guilds in other places make sure they get their due, and...
Yeah.
Well, we just make sure that people get what they need when they need it. Out here on the edge, it's hard to survive, and people need some help now and then outside the law.
Yes, I very much understand where you're coming from and your general viewpoint. I'm quite certain you probably left the main portion of the guild for a similar reason as I did.
Could be.
Right. Well then, you have a good day, and apologize to your sister for me.
He winks. Take care, man.
You too.
All right. There's a huge pile of orcs. And as you guys pile the last ones up, you hear a voice. And you see a man. He has grayish hair. As he says, "Excuse me, Vince, isn't it?"
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. And you must be Varen and Ellie, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Can we help you?
Where is your friend, the colorful one? Gemini?
Racist.
I don't know. He seemed to have a bad day. He walked off. He'll probably show up later again. He usually does.
I see. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vadak. I am the elder of this village.
What did you say, Varric?
Vadak.
Varric.
Ah, nice to meet you, Vadak.
The pleasure's all mine.
Vince appears to be frozen. Just pointing that out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you can hear us.
Vince is
Oh,
gone.
no, I think he just fell asleep. Oh, come on, man. Everybody has a shopping
Vince!
episode. Jeez.
Vincey! I will poke Vince. I cannot write at Vince. I will have to do it like that. Oh, he has a blue screen of death.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No, we'll be back in a bit then.
Yeah.
Blue screen. Oh, no. How can those things happen? He's such a technical genius. Well, anyways, we'll just continue without him. Is the stream okay now? Popped out? Are we all still in our position?
Yeah,
no, it's still fine. Yeah.
I think
Okay,
we are.
okay, good.
We should be for now.
So then he kind of turns to you guys and says, I know that you've done our village and the people here a great service. And
Oh, we hopped. No. No.
One second, technical difficulties.
Yes. Wait, I just need to not move that one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Moving things live, it cannot go
Play
wrong.
the intro music again. Play the intro music.
Ta-da! I did it.
There we go.
Did
Nope.
you reshape us all? Ooh.
I did not do it. Someone is in the wrong place.
Ah, dang it.
I just need to move
Gucci.
Gemini down at one spot. There we go.
Yeah, but one it's... Oh, maybe you have it pre-located.
Now it's good.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the elder kind of turns to you too and says, "I know you've done this village and the people here a great service, and I and everyone here are grateful for you. I can't say how things would have turned out if you weren't here. So I would like to officially extend my gratitude for everything you've done and the lives that you've saved. And I know that, well, something like this can't be expressed in any financial reward or things, but I do wish to show you a token of our appreciation." And he kind of looks a bit like. Well, like I said, I've gathered some funds to show our appreciation, and I hope you will consider this in the manner that it's offered, and the gratefulness that comes by it. We're not a wealthy village, but I hope this will help you in future endeavors. He grabs a pouch, and it's quite thick, and he hands it. He kind of offers it, waiting for whoever takes it.
Ellie, do you want to take it?
Yeah, I'll take it, and I will split it with us. I'll make sure we all get a piece of it.
Everything is appreciated.
Thank you. As I said, I'll be sure that everyone knows here what you've done for us, and that you have helped us in our time of need. I have sent out messengers to other towns and villages, and even to the capital, to inform them of what happened here, so that they may send assistance, more than we have at this point, because of the orc attack we have been weakened.
Yes.
The captain tells me that there are rumors of dark things stirring each other up.
Yeah, I mean, we did have a run-in with the kobolds and some kind of dark creature, which we might still investigate more, and the orc that we captured, or that the halflings captured, he spoke of a giant, an armed giant, which was what they attacked, because the giant drew them out of their homes.
Indeed.
So,
if that is the case, then we are in danger, and we need to be careful. Anything you can do to offer any further assistance would, again, meet with gratitude and reward.
Not at all. We do need information on this, though.
Yes,
we need to find out where he lives and any advantage we have on him at all, just in case he does attack already destroyed village.
Sorry, you broke up a bit. What did you say?
Just in case he already does attack already broken village.
Indeed. That's why we're immediately starting to work on better defenses. Well, I've sent for reinforcements to help defend ourselves.
That's good.
If there's anything, I'm a busy man, but come and see me if you require anything, and I'll do what I can to assist you.
Okay, much is appreciated.
Thank you again. He nods and walks off.
That was interesting.
As he walks away, I will look into the pouch and get an estimate of what's in there.
All right. Well,
just an estimate, you know.
You don't count them immediately, flat out. As you character sheet, you'll. You okay?
You cut out a little bit, so I just didn't.
Oh, sorry. As you will count it. 200 gold pieces in it.
200, okay. Yeah, I will count it later, but I will split it later. But then I know that I can split it 50-50, 50-50.
50-50, yeah. Or maybe you can do it like...
No, I'm actually quite honest.
No.
All right, excellent. So, seeing as beloved Vince isn't popping up again, I'd say why don't we call it here, and we'll pick it up next week, and of course we'll see each other on Saturday.
Yes, and it will be Saturday in the evening, probably about
the same time, right? That we're starting this stream.
Yeah, I think we said the same time.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's 7 p.m. GMT.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Everyone, I hope everyone that
You sort of cut out there, so you did.
Man, what is it? What's the connection? I hope everybody had a good time. Our friend's brains has been struck by what is this? What was it called again?
Blue screen of death.
When the computers went to the year 2000, they said, "Oh, they can't do it." The Y2K or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks again, and we will see you all next week or Saturday.
Yeah, I hope you tune in, and bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.